Let's admit it, motivation is great, but it has a problem. You can never rely on it, and it always comes at the most random times. Like when it's 3 a.m., you've gone to the bathroom and you're getting back into bed. Or in the middle of a party, when you're in the bathroom looking at yourself in the mirror. We don't want that. We want discipline. That's why I'm making this video. If there's someone out there like me who has decided to add discipline to their life, at least they have some information that's not just clickbait to get views, likes, and money and then disappear. Every single thing I'm saying comes from my personal experience over the past 2 years. You might say, bro, that intro got me hyped. Tell me the secret. And the weird thing about this video is, the secret to discipline is that there's no secret. Think about it. When I say, think of a disciplined person, who comes to mind? Probably someone like Mike Tyson who would run at 4 a.m. a month before his fight, or someone like David Goggins who would run a 500-kilometer marathon and ran the last 10 kilometers with a broken knee. Why do we associate these people and their experiences with discipline? Because it involved pain. Most likely, neither we want to do it nor anyone else. They themselves probably didn't enjoy it. I doubt David Goggins was thrilled to run with a broken knee. And that's exactly why I think those YouTube videos are stupid. They say, add discipline in 2 days. Discipline isn't going to make things easier, because discipline isn't just about, say, reading a book. Reading a book and thinking it's a disciplined activity isn't exactly true. Right now, reading books isn't a disciplined activity for me because I enjoy it to some extent. It's a beneficial activity, no doubt. It's foolish to say it's not beneficial. But it's not a disciplined activity. I enjoy going to bookstores, just looking at books, reading the back, the table of contents, seeing what they're about, and then coming home to read them. It's not that hard for me. But for the version of me from 5 years ago, it was different. For him, it was 7 hours on Instagram, 4 hours on YouTube watching random videos. Energy would stay and go towards PlayStation, probably playing Fortnite randomly. For that person, reading a book was difficult, boring. He would get to the first page, forget it, and it was a terrible experience. Reading a book was not like going to the gym for me. Remember the first time you went to the gym? Most people into personal development had a hard time the first time they went to the gym. You didn't feel like it, you thought it was a waste of time, but when you had the image that your body would get better, you did it. But now you like going, it gives you energy. It's like a weekly routine. So the point is not to mix up a positive activity with a disciplined one. Now I've understood how to add discipline to my life. Recently, they discovered something in neuroscience. There's a part of our brain that's directly linked to willpower and discipline. Scientifically, it's called the anterior cingulate cortex. They did an experiment where they scanned the brains of a bunch of people who didn't have willpower. People who were, say, overweight, lacked willpower, lacked discipline. They compared their brains to those of professional athletes who go through tough training processes, people in the Navy, people like David Goggins. They found that for people who were overweight and undisciplined, that part of their brain was smaller. But for those in the Navy, it was larger. They realized it wasn't genetic. Anyone can change the size of that brain area. For example, someone who wasn't very disciplined spent some time with David Goggins. I think we can all imagine what that looks like. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and they were doing David Goggins training. All the exercises involve doing things you don't want to do. Probably if there's a storm, he thinks it's a good time to run. He likes to take on more pain to increase his discipline. He spent that time, and when they scanned his brain after 3 months, they found that part of the brain was larger. And the interesting thing is, it's scientifically proven now that no matter your genetics, wherever you are in the world, you can change your level of discipline. You don't need this mythical image of influencers saying, "Look how awesome I am, I can't be like them." No, it was there before. Before watching podcasts, I kind of came to this conclusion myself. When I take a cold shower in the morning, everything else seems easier. I kind of connected the dots myself. Do hard things, and you'll become more disciplined. Now it's scientifically proven. Now you know exactly what to do if you want to be a disciplined person. You have to do hard things you didn't want to do. For example, set your alarm for 6 a.m. tomorrow. You're tired, you don't want to get up. the bed is holding you, but you get up anyway, even though your whole being wants to sleep. That part of the brain likely gets a bit larger. Tomorrow, it's time for the gym. You ate lunch late, you're tired, your stomach is full, you don't feel like going, but you turn off your brain, that emotional part of your brain, pack your bag, and go. Maybe it's not a great workout, maybe you can't exercise as well as before, but it was something you didn't want to do, and you did it. That part of your brain gets larger. So, anyone who says otherwise is wrong. If you see a video on YouTube, in English, claiming, "Discipline the easy way," you know it's a lie. Such a concept doesn't exist. So by this point in the video, we understand what discipline is and how we can increase it. Now, for a bonus, I want to give you a mental framework I learned from an international community I'm a part of. It's to frame your mind to see every situation that used to bother you or seemed bad as an opportunity. For example, if your water heater breaks, it's a bad situation. You think, "Oh crap, I have to take a cold shower." No. Frame it like this. "Okay, I don't want to take a cold shower. It's much easier with hot water. But you know what? This isn't a bad situation for me. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to level up my discipline." Or if you have to get up early for work, and it's a time you really don't want to be up. Let's say there's a trade show you have to be at by 5 a.m. When you're really tired, don't look at it as a scary or bad situation. Have a mental framework to see every painful situation you don't want to go through as an opportunity. It's much less painful than the pain of regret.